Hello, this is Tannika and Nikeya. Welcome to my channel and welcome to the P'osies Café series. Yesterday we were unable to post. We apologize that the P'osies Café was closed, but today we have a new treat titled Mr. Daniels and His Cup of Coffee, Part 2. So sit back and enjoy, and without further ado, let's go. But Kimberly didn't think he was rich at all. She had watched him on numerous occasions pull out coins and count them slowly, then hand them gently over to her or one of the baristas in exchange for his routine coffee. And today was the same. Mr. Daniels limped in, gave his usual nod, and proceeded to the line. When it was time for him to order his morning coffee, or shall we say daily coffee, he would sip on this one cup his entire stay. Kimberly appeared from the back with a stack of cups in her hands. "Hi, Mr. Daniels. Good morning. How are you today?" "I'm well, Kimberly," he slowly replied. "I hope all is well with you today." "Oh, Mr. Daniels, this morning has been rough." "I'm so sorry to hear that, Kimberly. But don't worry, things will work out just fine," empathized Mr. Daniels. Kimberly let out a sigh and then released a smile. Mr. Daniels, in the midst of paying for his coffee, pulled 16 quarters out of his coin pouch. He laid them down on the counter, then counted them one by one, and then picked them back up and handed them to Lesliana. Lesliana was another daytime crew member, but also a full-time student at the local college. She seemed shy and timid, but always smiled big. In fact, the daytime crew at the P'osies Café, no matter what happened at the cafe or in their personal lives, never hesitated to smile. That was what set them apart. Their smiles were just as warm and inviting as the cafe. After Mr. Daniels received his coffee, he sat down at his usual table. He set his coffee down and picked up the newspaper that was placed on the table by Kimberly earlier, anticipating his arrival. While the steam rose from his coffee, he opened the newspaper to read or browse. No one knew if he read the newspaper thoroughly, but he sat there quietly, not one word. The chimes on the door eagerly announced the next set of customers coming in one by one. A rosy-cheeked woman with a baby in the stroller, who too had rosy cheeks. Two teen girls giggling, excited about the day ahead. A tall teen boy with glasses and cornrows, whose face was buried in his phone. A petite woman with long hair, dressed in a mustard-colored blazer, long leather black skirt, and leopard heels. She quietly and confidently walked in. And then a buffy man wearing an expensive blue suit, white shirt, and carrying a briefcase and talking on his phone came into the cafe. Mr. Daniels slowly looked up at the man. In fact, everyone turned their attention to him as he came in because he was loud, a little too loud for the morning time, where people had only been up for 1 to a few hours. Some of the daytime crew felt relieved when he received his coffee and exited the cafe. But 5 minutes later, he was back. He frantically rushed in even louder than when he came in before, and the chimes retreated back to their resting position, just as quickly as they did when he rushed in. His briefcase swinging in his hands. "Where's my wallet?" he belted out. "Excuse me, sir," Lesliana softly responded. "Where's my wallet? I remember having it here at the counter," he retorted impatiently. Kimberly walked over to the cash register and Lesliana. "Sir, we can surely take a look around the store right quick. Are you sure this is the last spot you had your wallet?" asked Kimberly. "Come on. I know when I last had my wallet." Kimberly took a deep breath and told Lesliana to help the next customer who had come in after the man. Kimberly stepped from behind the counter and began to walk around the store looking at the floors and tables. The man announced that he would call the cops. "That will be fine, sir. But while you do that, I will continue to check the floor. Can you retrace your movements?" she asked him. The man turned red and demanded his wallet, his voice high and grating. Kimberly grew worried. She frantically searched for the wallet of the man with the expensive blue suit, her eyes darting under tables. Just then, Mr. Daniels slowly rose. Every joint seemed to creak a silent protest, but he moved with quiet, deliberate determination toward the belligerent man. Mr. Daniels didn't speak until he was right beside him, and then he gently extended an old hand holding a black leather wallet. The man stopped mid-sentence, his jaw hanging. "Who the hell are you?" he snarled, his eyes narrowing at the old man's patched coat and worn shoes. "And how did you get my wallet?" Mr. Daniels held his gaze, a gaze that held no judgment, only patience. "You dropped it here on the floor as you left," Mr. Daniels stated simply. Then his voice softened, carrying just enough weight to cut through the man's anger. Whoever is patient has great understanding, but one who is quick-tempered displays foolishness. I understand that you lost your wallet, sir, but please be patient and kind. The man snatched the wallet back. He looked down at the soft-spoken old man, ready to unleash another loud, dismissive retort. But something in Mr. Daniels' eyes, a depth that seemed out of place in a coffee shop, or perhaps a sheer unruffled calm, captivated his attention. He didn't soften completely. Then patience was ingrained. Instead of arguing or shouting, the man merely gave a curt, tight nod, a visible effort at restraint. Right, the man muttered, shoving the wallet into his inner suit pocket. He looked around the cafe, his face still flushed, then spun around and walked out the door, mumbling something under his breath. Thanks, Mr. Daniels, Kimberly said with a relieved smile, watching the door swing shut.